Disclaimer: this video is in no way meant to attack the reputation of Amsterdam or the Kingdom of the Netherlands in general. I think that the Netherlands is a very nice country, and even Amsterdam has some very nice places in it. I'm just talking about my past experiences, so don't take this video too seriously. Enjoy the video. So hey, Amsterdam, the canal city, the bike residence. The most unlucky city for me. That's right, I started a brand new series just to talk about these memories. Welcome to Amsterdam Sucks. So, I just moved into the Netherlands in September. Of course, the best kind of welcome to a whole new country is a really tiring experience in the airport. Now, the day started with all of us waking up in Istanbul, where we lived, at 5:30. Real fun. Now, why would we wake up that early? Well, the day we decided to come to the Netherlands just so happened to be the day when the summer holiday ended and people came back to their flats in Istanbul to live on their boring lives. So unless we made it there super early, we would lose our flight. 6:30 was the time we came to the main airport in Istanbul. We had a lot of spare time, so I was super duper excited to see the Netherlands. The plane flight was fine, though I was really impatient. We came into the airport and immediately we got past passport control. Fair enough, there are quite a number of problems in Turkey. We came to a hallway and that was the first section that really sucked. A huge crowd that barely moved was the big problem. Now, a bit of explanation for a second. Most bigger airports have many different fringes for boarding or leaving the plane called terminals. But the possibly sacked architect for the Schiphol airport, the main airport of the Netherlands, and where we landed, designed the airport as one big terminal. Here are the main reasons why this was a bad idea. Number 1. Overcrowding. The crowd from the landing planes need to get to the center of the building, where the exits are, thus causing overcrowding. Number 2. Overcrowding. The crowds from the landing planes needs to get to the center of the building, where the exits are, thus causing overcrowding. Number 3. Look, you get the idea. But that was only part of the problem. The other part was way more ridiculous. Now, if you were wondering how much we waited in that queue, we waited at least 2 whole hours. And do you know what the golden reason for this specific overcrowding was? Some parent lost their toddler while going to passport control. I am not even kidding. At least 1,000 people were waiting to go to the passport control for 2 hours because of parents not being able to care for their kid. Anyway, we did end up coming to the passport control after a while. And I had EU citizenship while my mother didn't. And happy accident, the EU citizens passport control line was not really crowded, while the non-EU citizens line was horrifyingly long. But the passport controller was the careful, curious kind. And I get it, this situation of me having EU citizenship and my mother not is not very common, but I didn't like the fact that I had to wait for a long time, standing up. Finally, forever and a year later, my mom came to the place and we were placed in the immigration office. What? Yeah, and we waited there for another half an hour for the passport controller to call the immigration building in the city I now live near to confirm that my father has appointed a meeting with the building. Now, this is the part where you hear the word butterfly effect. It's because of this next section. Since we waited in the stupid immigration office, the luggage from our flight stopped running around the carousel. That meant, ironically enough, running around the airport for our belongings. Another half an hour of marching around, and we got our stuff. Finally enjoyed my dad and went to our new home. Not the best first impression, Netherlands. Nope. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for the video coming quite late. At the start of the production, I actually waited a cameo from someone. They didn't reply, so I made it alone without a cameo. And then I got the flu. I still do have it a bit, but don't worry, it won't get to you. Follow me on Twitter at Polygon Cartoons. Follow my amino groups. Follow me on Newgrounds. Go check out my website. I post a comic called This Is Probably Not Gonna Make You Laugh. It's you'll enjoy it. And also don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.